myself Dr. Gurvansh Sonone, Kisan Arts Commerce Science College, Paroda. Today we are going to discuss the chapter Phase Equilibrium. This is the one of the important chapter in our TYBSc content. You have already studied chemical equilibrium in the lower standard 11th and 12th. Whenever the reversible reactions are there and these reactions, when rate of forward reaction and rate of backward reactions is same, then we say that reaction is attended equilibrium or chemical equilibrium. But in this chapter we are interested in phase equilibrium. Phase equilibrium means when two or more different phases are there and equilibrium is attended in between them, then we say that it is a phase equilibrium. We know that there are phase is nothing but state of the matter, and you know that there are three states as a solid, liquid and gaseous state. Equilibrium means when rate of forward reaction and backward reaction is same, then we say that reaction is under equilibrium. And when there is equilibrium between the phases, then we say that it is a phase equilibrium. Now we see some fundamental concept related with the chapter. First we see the different type of systems on the basis of homogeneity. First we see homogeneous system. Homo means the same or equal. Geneous means the phases. System which exists with only one phase, single phase. That is, all the reactants and products in the reaction are in same phase. Then we say that the system is homogeneous. And another one is heterogeneous system. Hetero means different and geneous means again phases. System in which there are two or more different phases. That is, reactants and products are in different phases. Few of the reactants are in solid state, the products may be in the liquid state or gaseous state. Then we say that such a system as a heterogeneous system. Now, in case of the homogeneous system, law of mass action is applicable. To study this system, law of mass action is used. While in case of the heterogeneous system, law of mass action has its own limitations, so it cannot be applied. So to study this homogeneous system, we can use phase rule. So this is one application of the phase rule, that to study heterogeneous system, we will use phase rule, while to study homogeneous system, law of mass action is applicable. Now we see equilibria and types of equilibria. I already told you that equilibrium means when the rate of forward reaction and backward reaction is same, then we say that reaction is attended equilibrium. Now there are 5 types of equilibria. Now first one is homogeneous equilibrium. Again, homo means the same, geneous means the phase. Reaction in which all the reactants and products are in same phase and equilibrium is attended, then we say that the homogeneous equilibrium is there. For example, you have already studied the acid base titration of HCl and NaOH. HCl in liquid state, NaOH will get NaCl plus water. Now all the reactants and the all products are in same phase, same state, so we call it as this equilibrium is a homogeneous equilibrium. One more example we will consider. For example, acetic acid plus ethyl alcohol liquid. When acid alcohol reacts together to form ethyl acetate and water. Now this is the esterification reaction, that acid and alcohol reacts to form ester and water. Now here all the reactants and all the products are in same state. Many more examples are there. We may have another example, N2 gas plus thrice H2 gas gives us twice ammonia gas. Now in this case all the reactants are in gaseous state. So only thing is that reactant and products must be in same state, same phase. Then, and if it attains equilibrium, then we say that reaction is under the equilibrium is under homogeneous equilibrium. Now we see another example of the another type of the equilibrium, that is heterogeneous equilibrium. Hetero means different and geneous means the phases. When equilibrium is established with two or more different phases, two or more states, then we say that equilibrium is heterogeneous equilibrium. For example, the process of vaporization. In which liquid get converted into gas and they attains equilibrium, again gas molecule get converted to liquid. So this process of vaporization attains the equilibrium. We may take an example of water, that liquid water converted to the water vapor and water vapor also get converted to the liquid water back. So that attains equilibrium. So that is one example. Another example is sublimation process, in which there is a solid substance get converted to the gaseous. We call as a sublimation, and if it attains equilibrium with its own. One more example is fusion, in which solid converted to liquid. That's a fusion process. Also transitions, phase transition, in which substance from phase 1 converted into the substance into the phase 2, and again second converted to the first one. Example is sulfur rhombic converted to the sulfur monoclinic, and monoclinic again back converted to the rhombic. So at that time we say that the system is attended equilibrium. So in case of these examples, the reactant and products are in different states. Here in liquid gas, solid liquid, phase 1 and phase another. So and if they attain equilibrium, then we say that heterogeneous equilibrium. I already told you that in case of the homogeneous equilibrium, law of mass action is applicable, while in case of the heterogeneous, we use a phase rule. So here is the application of phase rule to study this system. Now we see third type of the equilibria, which is called as a true equilibrium or stable equilibrium. True equilibrium or stable equilibrium is the one of the important equilibrium. This equilibrium can be attained by approaching from any of the direction. We can approach the reaction by any way, we get equilibrium. Such equilibrium we call as true equilibrium. So an equilibrium can be attended by approaching any of the direction. This is such a type of equilibrium we call as a true equilibrium. Another important point in case of the true equilibrium is that the free energy of the equilibrium is minimum. And hence the change in free energy, that is delta G of the equilibrium, is zero. So this is the important characteristic of this one, true equilibrium, that delta G of such a equilibrium is zero. For example, suppose that we have ice. If it is heated, we have a liquid water, and if it is again heated, we have a water vapor. Ice, which is in solid state, liquid water in liquid state, and water vapor in gaseous state. Now, ice and water can be attended at 5 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius. While water vapor will get at 100 degrees Celsius. We can attain equilibrium by any of the direction. We may convert from ice to water, or from water to ice, water to water vapor, or from water vapor to water. And many times we can attend it in any of the direction, and the change in free energy of such reactions is zero. One more example: sulfur rhombic converted to the sulfur monoclinic at 95.6 degrees Celsius. If we heat sulfur rhombic, we'll get monoclinic at 95.6 degrees Celsius, and if you cool it, we'll again get sulfur rhombic. So you can attend it many times. So such equilibrium is called as a true equilibrium. Now we see the next type of the equilibrium, which is metastable equilibrium. Now, metastable equilibrium, the name itself indicates that the equilibrium exists for a minimum period of time, so called as a metastable. And another important aspect of this equilibrium is that this equilibrium can be attained carefully by approaching from any one of the direction. Like in case of the previous case, we can attain equilibrium by any direction. In this case, this is not possible. We'll have to carry out equilibrium, or we'll maintain equilibrium very slowly by approaching any of the directions. So, equilibrium can be attained carefully approaching from only one direction. Such equilibrium we call as a metastable equilibrium. This equilibrium is highly unstable equilibrium. We convert this highly unstable equilibrium into the stable equilibrium, or there is spontaneity in the conversion from highly unstable to stable. Spontaneously converted into stable and unstable equilibrium. So, precaution is to be taken while attending this equilibrium is that we'll have to avoid processes like stirring, shaking or treatment like shock treatment. Also the process like seeding, that are to be avoided. Seeding means addition of the same substance, solid substance, into the mother liquor. We call it as a seeding process. So that should be avoided. If you add solid substance externally, the attended equilibrium get disturbed immediately. For example, suppose that we have ice and water. When we pull water at 0 degree Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure, we'll get ice, and we want water again at minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. If we cool it slowly, this water gets shifted into the liquid state. We call it as a super cooled liquid. Now ice and water is a stable equilibrium, while water to cold water at minus 5 degrees Celsius or water to super cooled water at minus 5 degrees Celsius is the example of metastable equilibrium. So remember, this is metastable equilibrium, that if you stir slightly, equilibrium get disturbed. So if equilibrium is attained and stir slightly, will get disturbed. So spontaneously equilibrium get shifted from one to the another one. So this is what about the metastable equilibrium. Now last one is the unstable equilibrium. That means unstable equilibrium, in fact it is not equilibrium. We feel it is equilibrium, but in fact it is not. So we call it as unstable equilibrium. System is shifting towards a true equilibrium very slowly. At that time we feel it is unstable equilibrium. Now for example, yes, we'll write this one. System shifts to true equilibrium very slowly with respect to time, then we say that that equilibrium is unstable equilibrium. For example, when we add salt into the water, we'll get a salt solution, and when it is a saturated solution, at that time mostly this unstable type of equilibrium is there. We'll consider one specific example. For example, NaCl. The solubility of NaCl is 36 gram per 100 ml of water. Consider this example. Timely, if you added 35.9 gram of the NaCl in 100 ml of water at 20 degrees Celsius, then it get dissolved quickly. And if you further add 0.1 gram of the salt, it requires more time to get the equilibrium. So such equilibrium we call as unstable equilibrium. Okay, we'll stop here, and in the next video we'll see the Gibbs phase rule and details related to Gibbs phase rule.